Hello, my lovelies. Yeah, I know it has been a hot minute. If you have not been following my socials, there's been a lot going on, and I'm back. It's gonna be a little chaotic for the next month or so, probably the next month or two, and we'll talk more about that towards the end. But I just do want to say that for those that have reached out to me over the last couple of months, your love and your comments and everything have, in your prayers, your thoughts, I felt them, and I appreciate that. But we're not going to talk about that right now. We'll leave that. We'll leave that to the end. This is a channel about cross stitch. My name is Kim. I am known as the Snitch Stitcher. I'm here on YouTube and on Instagram, and this is a channel about cross stitch, which is something that I absolutely love. Unfortunately, I haven't been doing a whole lot of it the last couple of months. Like I said, there's been a lot going on, but let's just hop into it. I know that coming up, there are the virtual event, Jingle Ball, that is put on by LINDY Stitches, and there's several other designers that are involved with this. That is coming up the December 5th through 7th, I believe. So it's not Thanksgiving weekend. It's going to be the weekend after, I believe. Let me look, because I have been so out of whack on my calendar. Yes. So it's not this weekend that's going to be coming up. It's the weekend after, because this weekend coming up is Thanksgiving here in the U.S. And it's going to be a good one. It's going to be good. But let's hop into it. For those of you, okay, I have to eat my words. My girls already know this, and they have been giving me a ration of crap about it. I'm really kind of loving full coverage. Part of it has to do with, part of it has to do with the pattern that I chose. It is Fairy Tale Alice in Wonderland. It's a mini HAED, something I never thought that I would be saying that I am stitching on, but I do love it. I haven't made as much progress as I would like to, but like I said, there's been a lot going on. I started it, honestly, I don't even remember when I started it. I think I've shown you guys some of it. I don't honestly remember. So much has happened. I don't know. I know that I had started it. I started at the beginning of September. So I think I did show you a little bit of a start. And forgive the mess of it right now. I don't have it on a scroll frame because I got a present for myself, and I had it on it, but then I left it somewhere else, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But this is my start on the Alice HAED, Fairy Tale Alice. Yes, I'm doing parking. I have tried the Royal Rose. I have tried diagonal. For me, I think what feels the best is doing the typewriter method, going across. So every time there is a break with the color, then I stop that. Basically, I do half stitches, and then I come back. I'm doing 1/1 on 25 count, and I'm doing full cross, which made me a little apprehensive because I don't normally wash my projects unless they are just really grimy. I don't. I don't know. I just never have. Some people say, oh gosh, that's horrible. But a lot of times I use a frame of some sort, although I have been getting to where I'm doing more in hand, but I do make sure that my hands are really good and clean. They're dry. The way I roll my fabric, I actually roll it to the front. So my hand's really not on the stitched fabric. And like I said, this has been on a scroll rod. But I am really liking it. Basically, if I have, this is my next start on this particular color, I will go across how many ever until it runs out. And then I will basically do is the Danish method, doing half leg and then coming back with the top leg. So I'll do that, and then I'll start with my next color. I wasn't sure if it was going to drive me crazy or not, but really it makes me feel good. I really, really like it. I feel good about it. It's very comfortable to me. So I am very much enjoying it. Much more than I thought I would. And I did, by accident, buy another full coverage piece that's humongous. Yeah. But yeah, I'll tell you about that here in a little bit. With my purchases. Okay, tell you. So there was a pattern that I was going to buy on Etsy, and when I went to purchase it, I was not paying. I was tired. I was stressed. I wasn't paying attention, and I just put it in my cart, and then I hit just, instead of hitting the buy it now, which is what I should have done, I had like 3 other patterns in my cart. And I am bad about putting stuff in my cart because I want to take a look at it later to see, you know, because I may not get something that looks good. I drop it in my cart and then I'll review my cart, and sometimes I'll put, okay, save for later or whatever, that kind of thing. But I wasn't paying attention. I was a little bit stress shopping, and well, I wanted to support my friend and buy this pattern. And so when I did, I bought the other 3 patterns that were in there, and which is fine. 2 of the patterns I definitely wanted, and I was so excited to get them. One of them was a physical pattern, the other one is a digital pattern. Yay, I have them. I'm going to love them. I'm going to stitch them one day. One day. The other one, however, is this humongous Alice in Wonderland. It's not a HAED, but it is like 988 stitches tall by 400 and something, 450 or 460 wide. I have no business doing something that big. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But what the hell? What the hell was I doing? So yeah, maybe I'll start that one eventually. I think it's got like 90 some odd colors in it, but it's huge. And I realized what I did, and I'm like, oh crap. So anyway, it's a thing. It's a thing. This is what I do. So I haven't been stitching on a whole lot of stuff. I have been stitching on some. This is one of my bags from my bestie Tanya, Needle and Bone. And wow, I haven't even taken, last time I stitched on it, I didn't even take it off the hoop. I think because I was planning on coming back to it, and then we got sidetracked, and so I didn't, which is fine. It's only been in there for like a week or so. And this one I will have to wash probably. This is One Nation by Bygone Stitches. So I have managed to get, I didn't get Mississippi done because I got sidetracked and didn't get to get it finished. And I have been popping over here to do some stars too. So it's getting there. It's getting there. There's a good possibility that this may be the only state that I have in blue. We'll tell more about that later. Originally, I was going to put Texas in blue, but we'll talk about that in a bit. I'm leaving you teasers. I'm leaving you teasers. Some of you already know, and others will know later. But I want to kind of talk more about stitching in the beginning part, and that way, because I know that some people really hate the chit chat. I get it. I totally get it. I get it. It happens. But I do kind of chit chat along the way. Anyway, this is another project that I've been working on, and another Tanya bag. She's not fabulous. I just love those. Love it, love it. And this is one that Kelly got me stitching on. And I'm using Mo's Silk, Mo's Sale Silk. She's on, Mo's Sale is on Facebook. She also has an Etsy page. I'm guessing it's a she. I don't know. But it's a silk, and this particular color is Isla Mujer. And when I saw it, I fell in love with it. The great thing about this is I am doing 1/2 on 32 count Lugana, and the coverage is fabulous. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. And this pattern is Self Love by Birdie's Crossing. And I'm doing this on, it's Mystic Fabrics, and the color is Olympia by Mystic Fabrics. It's a 32 count Lugana. I should know this. I've looked at it I don't know how many times. The only thing about the pattern is I did have to put an apostrophe between the I and the M. I had to rip that because it didn't have an apostrophe before. And I tried to fudge one in there, and it didn't work right, so I just did it. But I've gotten, I think, let's see, this side, I've done this since the last time I saw you, and then working up here, I think is all that I worked on, and like this little guy up here. Maybe I finished this one out. I can't remember. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. It's been at least 2 months since I did a video. So, and I think I worked on it a little bit before then. I really have not been tracking what I've been doing. I've been trying to get back in the habit of it. I've been, honestly, for the last year or so, really good about in my planner. I have a happy planner, the vertical layout, and I love it. And what I will do is whenever I'm stitching, I will mark that day. Well, actually, it's kind of my daily everything. It tracks the books that I'm either reading, physically reading, or audiobooks I'm listening to, what TV shows I'm watching or movies that I'm watching, kind of what I've eaten throughout the day. I don't really, go into like, I ate 3 chicken nuggets, something like that. It's more like, chicken strips, I had fries and a Sprite, or I had a chicken salad, or whatever. Kind of giving me an idea. I've had issues with my health and my blood sugar, where I try to kind of track to see how different foods make me feel. And so I kind of know where I need to change that up. And honestly, my blood sugar is absolutely fabulous, which I had told my doctor when I had all my health issues a couple of years ago. And she didn't want to listen because, yeah. Anyway. And and I worked on this one that I'm about to show you, and one more, which was a start and a finish. This one is another Tanya bag. This is one of her classic type bags, and yes, I am using the Silky. I absolutely love it. Is this not cute? Look at the colors. I love color. Color makes me happy. This is the Fruit of Plenty, and I'm not even going to worry about putting it on a board because it's big. So these are my colors. I know the purple doesn't really show up really well on here, or the light blue. It does show up in person. I'm using the Sulky, and I've been getting some decent progress in here. It's just kind of a soothing one to stitch on. This was my birthday start for myself in March, and I'm really liking it. I'm just doing one strand of Silky, and this is a 32 count even weave of some sort. Mystery fabric that I got, and I dyed it with like a pearl gray, and because it's synthetic, it actually turned a little bit more blue gray. I was hoping it would be a little bit more purple gray or like a lavender, but it didn't. But that's okay. I still love it. So yeah, and I do have the physical pattern in here, but I actually use Pattern Keeper, and well, actually I've gotten to where I'm really not using Pattern Keeper so much. I've really kind of crossed over more to Markup RX, and that's because I can put it on my iPad. I'm an iPad girl, I'm an Apple girl all the way, and I do have a Samsung tablet, which is fine and good, but I'm not real comfortable with it, and I hate having to carry another device. Although sometimes it is nice to have a separate device, because that way I can have my pattern on there, and if I want to take a pause, I can go scroll through my iPad and do whatever, or on my phone, things like that. But, it is what it is. I'm a hot mess. We know this. We know this already. This is a mug from my friend Julie. She gave it to me for my birthday. It was my 50th birthday, of which my girls surprised the hell out of me and gave me an Alice in Wonderland tea party, of which later we were drinking whiskey out of the teacups. My friends are better than yours. I said what I said. So this one, this was a start and then a finish, because it was hard for me to put it down. And this was for my friend Kelly, who is Don't Run With Scissors on FlossTube, and on Instagram she's His Princess Kelly. And I did this Sturdy Annie Southern Style Big Dill, which I love, and it also came with the beads. So Kelly, if y'all have watched her, and if you haven't watched her, you really need to. Granted, I love my Kelly. She's a hot mess express. She is. But she's a lot of fun, and she is doing an amazing challenge right now for herself for her birthday. It is fabulous. But my girl loves pickles, and I saw this pattern and I loved it, and I'm like, you know what? I want to stitch this in honor of her. And so here we go. Honestly, I don't even know what count this fabric is. I think it's a 32. It may be a 28. It's just a mystery fabric that I had, and I knew it would work. And I did bead it, so it's got all the little lumpies for the beads. Super cute. I love it. What I'm going to do with it, I don't know. That's a future me problem. If you've been around here for even, a minute or two, you understand that concept with me. It's a future me problem. I'll deal with it later. And I don't know, my camera's doing weird stuff. I did lift it up somewhere, and I know that I have a lot of mess back here. Yeah. Over here, these are just 2 of my buckets of project bags of my 50 plus-ish projects that I have going. So yeah. But let's see. Let me see what I got. Now I do have, okay, so I have a gift from my friend Debbie, who is freaking wonderful. And if you have never met Debbie, if you go to any of the Texas retreats, then you've probably met Debbie. Debbie Coburn. She's the bag lady. She's one of the sweetest ladies and one of the most giving ladies. You guys have heard me talk about her and her stash, and we've joked about her starting up a store called Dead Lady Stash, because that's a lot of what she has is, you know, estate sales, things like that. But Debbie is fabulous, and she's gone on a couple of Alaskan cruises, and she has spied out the stitching shops along the way in Alaska. She knows where they are, so I think it's fabulous. But she gifted me this pattern. There's actually another pattern she gifted me, and I don't think I have it over here with me because, yeah, my house is a disaster area right now. Now, one of the projects that I did buy for myself with my impromptu purchasing spree of 4 patterns. This one is from Sweet Wing Studio. Is that not the best? I have some amazing friends, and I think this is going to come into handy before too long. So it's wonderful. I mean, I love Susan over at Sweet Wing. She is one of the most kind-hearted, amazing women. She's just wonderful. And then talking about silks. So I have ordered some more. These I had gotten, I think, last month sometime. These are some more of the Mo's Sale silks. And these are in the colorway Serenity and Salve of Sanguine Salvation. I love the names. Oh, are they not gorgeous? Okay, now my colors are a little bit off because my shirt is more of a, I know it's kind of showing up as a blue. It's actually more of a, almost like a Bernie, not quite Bernie purple. It's a little bit darker than a Bernie purple. This is a little bit more gray than blue. And this is a little deeper. It's almost got a blue undertone to it. It's not quite as bright as this red, but it is so pretty and it is so soft. And these are the 120 yard skeins because I have an addiction. I mean, look at, you know, floss. I have an addiction. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with these. And they smell good too. But they are so pretty and they are so soft. And this is the same brand that I got for the Self-Love sampler. I absolutely love them. I do have possibly another 2 skeins of other colors that were in. She does a sale. So she does on Saturdays, most weeks, she does a sale. So she'll put up, it's a closed group. And you just send her information. She'll send you a PayPal invoice, and you go on there. And when she posts up the colors, she's got 17.4 yard, I think, skeins for like $4, and these 120 yard skeins are for $20. Yes, 20. I love them. They stitch really nice. I do cut them to smaller lengths because they are silks and they do tend to fray. And it also depends on the fabric. When I'm using my even weaves and a lot of the softer fabrics, like my Luganas that are well, you know, really well softened, I still use a shorter length just because they do fray and I don't want to waste it. I'm a floss miser. I may have a lot of floss, but I'm a floss miser. And so, you know, it's one of those things. But you go on there and she'll have like 6 or 10 or 12, whatever. And you say 1, please, leaving 5 or how many ever. And you do that. And when it's done, it's done. And then she'll send you a bill for them. And I think the shipping is like $5, something like that. And she's pretty quick about shipping. Her colors are great. She does have some of her colors on Etsy. She does have them in spools. She does have the hanks and the smaller. And I think she does yarn also. I think I remember seeing that on there. I love stitching with them, and I need to stop looking because do I need more floss? No. Do I want more floss? Of course. Let's see. Also with the pattern that I had gotten, the friendship pattern, I got it from, it's Bestie Barn Creations, and she's so sweet. So she's even put a little note on here with the pattern, the Sweet Wing pattern. She said, a little fun fact, I was the model stitcher for this chart. So neat. Enjoy. And she sent a nice little note. I'm not going to put the dollar amounts or anything like that on there, or my address, covered it up. But it was really sweet. And then she also included some stash tea, a cute little, she's got her cute little business card, and it's got the QR code, so if you want to pause it, you can do your thing. And she also gave me a little freebie pattern that I thought was really sweet. I love when these folks do a little bit something extra, because I know that it's expensive. Let's see. I know that a lot of you guys were hoping to get a Dirty Annie's retreat, the September retreat recap. Unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. With everything that has happened in the last couple of months, honestly, my brain is just not remembering a lot of that. I know I had fun. I know I went. I know I had fun. I met some amazing people. I got to meet in person Lynn, who she's up in Tulsa, and I actually met her through Jingle Ball or Spring Mingle. I think it's Spring Mingle. And she decided to come on one of the Zooms, the Tuesday night Zooms, which I know right now they are on pause. I just don't have the capacity for it right now. I'm hoping next year that we'll be able to open that back up, but just right now it's just not an option. I don't have that much bandwidth. But anyway, the retreat was fun. I do have pictures somewhere. I don't know where everything is, and my house is in a state of chaos. As much chaos as you see here, there's 10 times more chaos there and down the hall. I do know that I did get some goodies. This cute flamingo bag from one of my gals. I mean, I got so many little things. I've got a bunch of stuff in here. I'm not going to try to dig it all out. Although I did want to share with you a couple of my gals. This is one of my favorite retreat gifts, I do have to say. So it's a little glass jar, and it's got the glass straw, little lid, and it's for Dirty Annie, so it had the pink boots. But it's got a little bottle of Jose Cuervo and a powdered margarita mix. So you could do a margarita in a jar. I didn't drink it then. I probably should have, but I didn't. But really that, I did want to show you. Okay, I did want to show you two things. So a purchase that I made for myself. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and after seeing my friend Velma had purchased, it's a painting fairy, one of their stands. Now these suckers are a little heavy. Their scroll frames are heavy, but they are very durable and they're easy to use. You got to put them together if you're wanting the longer frame, but they're actually very easy. I really love them. I love the frame. That's why Alice is off of the wooden frame, which I use here at the house. When I go to Louisiana, I have a different setup. Right now, my floor stand that I got from Painting Fairy, love it. I'm going to show you a picture of it. It's really, really cool. Let me get the pin off of here. And it's not the whole thing, but that is my setup. Let's see, do it like that. So I have a place for my iPad. I have a place for my flosses. There's little hookies. And then I got the pink frame, and then it's the purple scroll rod. The scroll rod is fabulous on here. And I did make it wider, much wider than it really needed to be. And that is because, let me see if I could do it like this. Yeah, there we go. Because that way it would fit with my frame. And the reason I have, the great thing about this frame is you can shrink it down. But the way I have it set up now, the recliner at Mom's house, I can pull this and it fits on either side of the recliner, and I could put my feet up in the recliner and stitch. Yes, it's fabulous and I love it. So it works out really, really well. I really like it. I was excited about it and was tickled that it worked out that way. And I wanted to show you the pattern that I was meaning to purchase. The only thing I meant to purchase, not the Big Hawk and Alice in Wonderland pattern, and not the other two friendship patterns. This was a pattern. Okay, so you guys have heard me talk about my dear friend Tammy, Leopard and Lace Co. XOXO. She's that on. She does a FlossTube, and she does. She's the same with Instagram. Tammy, her church was burnt down. Somebody burnt their church down, and they've had to gut it. And it is a small congregation. And she's wanting to raise money. Her pattern is $12. Some people are like, $12. I'm not paying that much for a digital pattern. Do it. It's for a good cause. I vouch for her. I mean, you just know Tammy, period. She is amazing. This is a pattern. She's been wanting to do more designs and get them out, but she's had a lot going on. Her daughter got married this weekend. Her son is getting married next year. Everything with her church burning down. She does a lot of stuff with her church. She's like on a bunch of committees, and she does like treasury and stuff like that with them. I mean, she's been dealing with a lot. And so she has had a lot going on. But this is her pattern. Merry Stitchmas. And I'm hoping, is that not the cutest? And of course, it is very Tammy. It is very Tammy with the leopard, but you wouldn't necessarily have to do it that way. But it's $12, and it is raising money for her church. So I very strongly request that if you're looking for a cute pattern or just wanted to support, not just a fellow stitcher, but a FlossTuber. She's an Instagrammer. She is she is one of the most positive people I've ever met in my life. And some days I kind of want to just tell her, oh my God, please stop. Because I don't want to be positive. I want to stew in my crap, and she will not let me. And that is wonderful. It is wonderful to have a friend like that. But support her. It's Leopard and Lace Co. XOXO on Etsy, FlossTube, and on Instagram. If you follow her on her Instagram or FlossTube, she does have links to this. And you know, it would just be a really great thing. This is a different version of the picture. It is super cute. It is absolutely adorable. And I just think it would be absolutely fabulous to support her. So, upcoming plans. Well, I am going to try to make Jingle Ball. I do know that for sure. But things are going to be kind of loosey-goosey for right now in my world. And the reason is, for those of you this is going to go into some of the personal stuff. You know what? Let's do our poetry first, and then we can talk about personal stuff. As far as plans, I'm going to try this coming week, which is my usual plan, to work on the first of the month, or the first week of the month, to work on Fruit of Plenty, because my birthday is on the 1st of March. That's kind of my goal, is to work on it, to make that my focus project for the week. I'm going to try to do that. I do know that I probably will not be hitting some of my other goals. I normally do try to work on my Jacques de Lantern by Barbara Sestock on the 13th of each month. It is packed away. That's another clue. I'll be telling you more about that in a minute. Same with something related to love, which I may just work on my Alice HAED, because I do love it. I really do love it. And then, you know, I try to work on Christmas on the 25th. I don't see that stuff is packed as well. So yeah, so I don't know. I'm not really sure on New Year's Eve plans this year. Last year I started 12 new projects New Year's Eve. My goal is to only work on maybe those projects New Year's Eve. It depends on where I'm at. So, let's work on, and don't panic. I'll still be doing floss tubes. I will still be doing floss tubes. Just things will change. There'll be some different scenery soon. So let me do this. Okay. Oh, my nose is itching. Holy cow. So I have got a couple of new poetry books. Vishaka Jane, shoot. I'm trying to say Shaka Khan, I guess. I really love her stuff. Absolutely love it. It is wonderful. It is beautiful. But yeah. And this one is She Is Me. This one doesn't have it's page 57 of the book. It doesn't have a title. Or sorry, it's 56. She is in a strange place where her old self is gone, but the new her is still a work in progress. She realizes that healing, change, and growth are scary, unknown, yet beautiful all the same time. She is trying to be kind to herself as she is growing through what she is going through. Definitely. I'm trying. Okay, and my other one is another one of my favorites. I'm sorry, my nose is itching like crazy. I think there's like a hair on my nose that's coming across my face. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, this is another one of my absolute favorites, Donna Ashworth. This is a new one, Wild Hope. And it is just wonderful. And I didn't realize I was getting the hardback. I thought I was getting the paperback because that's usually what I get, but I'm not worried about it. But yeah, it's Donna Ashworth, Wild Hope. Her stuff just really speaks to me, and I follow her on socials, and she's got this wonderful accent. It lilts, and it's just wonderful, and she makes me happy. This one is called Wasting Time. Perhaps we could redefine our idea of time. I don't believe you can waste time by resting, talking to a friend, walking in nature, or reading a book. You can't waste time by connecting, letting souls talk, allowing inner children out to play, or making stories to pass down. You can't waste time by helping or doing anything at all that feeds your soul and energizes your weary bones. That's exactly what time is for. In fact, everything else is just a tick on a list. Just a tick on a never-ending list. Whew. Yeah. That especially hits me. Especially right now. For those of you that are not aware, the weekend of Dirty Annie's, which was like the last weekend of September, well, not quite the last, the next to the last weekend of September, I got home from retreat, and that Sunday afternoon, and I went to call my mom to tell her all about retreat and everything that had been going on the week. I hadn't really talked to her since the prior Sunday because since I was going to be out part of the week, leaving early to go to retreat and everything, she knew that it was really hectic at work, and we always just do a recap on Sunday when I get home. And I'm an only child. My dad has been gone for quite some time, and my mom and I, she's my best friend, always has been. And I tried to get hold of her and couldn't get hold of her. Come to find out, she had passed away. And she had been in the house on her own for a couple of days, and nobody knew. When I couldn't reach her, I called my aunt, who lives about 10 miles away, and she went to go over and check on her. In the meantime, I had gone on to Facebook just to see if maybe she was online, and she just was being surly and just not paying attention or whatever. And you have to understand, my mom is like the Sarah McLachlan of Facebook. If there is an animal that needs to be rescued, anything that needs to be found or needs help or anything like that, my mom was going to post about it like 20, 30 times a day. I saw that she hadn't posted in a couple of days, and I knew. The first responders came out because they weren't able to get into the house. And anyway, she had passed away. It was her heart, which we knew she had some heart issues, but it was earth-shattering for me. Still having a hard time with it. I'm going to try not to get through this way. However, I do have some amazing, amazing friends, and my family is fabulous. My friends have rallied around me and given me love and support, and also given me space and peace. And some things that Mom and I had been talking about prior to her passing is that I've been wanting to move back home, which for me, home is Louisiana. It's Shreveport-Bossier area. That's where I was born. That's where a lot of my family is. That's where my mom was living. And I've been wanting to get back there. I love Dallas. I love my friends here. I have some amazing people here, amazing support system. But family is family. And, I grew up with my cousins, but, their kids, I don't know them as well because we all have different lives. And I miss that. And I wanted to be around my mom to help her out and things like that. So, in kind of making a decision, I decided that I'm moving to Shreveport, to Bossier, to be closer to my family. I have some friends there. One of my friends that I went to high school with in Tennessee actually lives there, and I've known her for almost 40 years. And I have some very good friends that live over there, and I'm only a few hours away from Dallas, so I will continue to be going to the Texas retreats, the Dallas retreats, and possibly, further south, wherever, and hopefully maybe hit some other ones. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know what the cards have in store for me, but I am going to be making that move in the beginning of January. So right now, my house is a bit of a mess. I'm in the process of purging and packing, and my job, unfortunately, is not going to be very cooperative with me. I was hoping they would let me work remote. I am going to continue to work through February remote. So my last day in my office is going to be in a couple of weeks. And then I will be working remote from that point through February. And in February, we'll figure out what we're going to do. I'm not really too worried about it. Everything has really clicked into place with the whole situation. My lease here in my apartment, I had just renewed it, which you do that about 60 days ahead of time. And when I went to go talk to them, because I have a house there already, the house that I'll be living in, it's a family home. It was my grandmother's. It was in her trust. And my aunt's like, you know what? It's yours. If you want it, go for it. And it just was perfect. With my apartment complex, I found out that my lease did not renew until December 1st. So instead of having a early termination fee, which is pretty freaking hefty, and then have to pay the difference of rent until they were able to get it rented out, I'm only paying a little bit more each month, going month to month. So for December and January, I've already given my notice to be out of here by the end of January. I'm already starting. I'm not a stranger to packing. I have done it a lot of times, and so that's what I'm doing. Everything is just clicking into place, and I'm actually very calm and chill with it. I don't think I've ever been so chill in my life about any major decision like this. It just feels right, and I think it would be something that Mom would want for me. And I know that it's something that I want for myself. Now, I do still have plans of things that I want to do going forward. We'll see what happens. I did, however, make another purchase. I'm still kind of in shock that I did it. I've been really wanting to get a laser cutter because I have been falling in love with all the things that you could do. And I do a lot of stuff other than just cross stitch. I do a lot of painting. I do like decorative, what used to be called toll painting, things like that. I'm comfortable around, a little bit of wood stuff. I've had a jigsaw and scroll saw and different things, all the saws, and I'm very comfortable with that and staining wood, different things. But I did get myself a pretty good size laser cutter. I got it. The box is huge. I have not opened it yet because in all this chaos, I cannot. Because if I do, I will get sidetracked and then I will not continue doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that is what I'm going to spend probably the majority of my weekend, my long Thanksgiving weekend, is working on purging and packing. I am donating a lot of clothes. I'm getting rid of a bunch of stuff. I realized how much stuff I have. Mom's house has always been very minimalist, and after spending like a week or so there and just kind of wrapping things up there at her house and trying to figure out what I need to do to make room for my stuff when I get there, when I come back here, I'm like, oh my God, I have a lot of stuff, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm not feeling stressed about it. I'm going to take my time, and when I'm working remote, that'll help too, because I won't have the transportation back and forth. So I have more time when I log off, where I can take care of what I need to take care of. And we've got the Christmas holiday coming up, everything. So I'm really going to be working on that. I have a feeling here in about another week or so, week or two, a couple of my girls are probably going to come over and help me with more purging and packing, kind of that body doubling thing, and just it helps to have somebody else there. Tanya is very brutal about it. She's like, listen, do you want to keep it? Is it staying or is it going? And I'm like, okay. And helping me make hard decisions, which is good. I need that. I need that help. I get very sentimental about things, and I'm actually getting less sentimental about them. So that's a good thing. But I'm in a good place. I still get sad. My heart is still broken. the holidays are going to suck. On a good note, I really don't like Thanksgiving. I'm not a turkey fan. And I've had multiple, oh my gosh, no matter if I'm here or in Louisiana, I have a place to go if I want to go. But honestly, I think I'm going to just try to stay on task and use the 4 days off to really work on purging and packing. I do have a pretty good plan. I've got a really good packing system, a color coding and numbering that helps me a lot. And if you ever want to ask, if you're getting ready to move and you need suggestions, I got tons of them. I have moved almost as many times in my life as years that I have lived. So yeah, I've moved a lot. But it's all good, and I'm okay. Good days, bad days. It happens. Dealing with depression and grief, it sucks. But like I said, I have an amazing support system. Between my 2 aunts and my cousins and my friends, I am so well loved. And I so appreciate from the bottom of my heart all the love and support and the well wishes from all of you. It has meant the world to me. When I felt like I was lost, you guys made a difference, and I appreciate that. So, before I get all weepy again, because this is what I do, I'm going to go ahead and log off here. And, I love you guys. I hope that you have an amazing week, especially coming up to Thanksgiving here in the States, that your travels are safe, that there's no traffic, which, hopefully there's not. And that you just have a good time, enjoy your family, love on them, hug on them, kiss on them, enjoy each other, even when they drive you crazy, because that's what family does. That's why God lets you choose your friends, because you don't get to choose your family. It's important. But I love you guys, and you take care.